Hey guys, I'm Natalie from The Devil Wears Parsley.
And I'm Angel Orozco, the barrel-aged vegetarian.
And this is the Friday Brew Review!
Woohoo! Hey,
Yay, yay, yay!
let's drink some beers.
All right, so it is Mother's Day coming up, right?
That is the theme for this Friday
Friday's
Brew
Brew
Review.
Review.
Mother's Day is on Sunday.
Mm-hmm,
So
yep.
make sure you...
So our selection today, our selection today includes a brewery that is in the Los Angeles area in Inglewood.
Inglewood?
And it is owned by a female brewer who is a mother of three. So we thought this would be a good fit.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful fit.
Yeah. And the brewer is also a female, so we decided we'd give the female some props this week.
I think that's the head brewmaster.
Yeah.
I called somebody a brewer the other day at a bar and at a brewery, and he's like, "I'm the brewmaster."
Yeah.
Get it right, boy.
Woo!
All right, so this is great. So we're gonna talk about this beer in a few minutes, but
Yes.
first, here's what's on shelves now.
Yeah.
We've gone over some beers that taking the courtesy of looking around for you and checking email blasts and all that stuff, just to kind of let you know what is out there, what you can pick up.
And if you have any beers in your region that have hit the shelves recently, we're in Southern California, so if you're like in Pittsburgh, PA, or something like that, leave them in the comments so, the regions can find their beers.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to tell you what IPAs are on shelves right now. Deschutes Brewery out of Oregon.
Yeah.
That's a really good brewery. They have a session beer that's available.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's coming up in the more heated part of the year, summertime. You're going to hear this word a lot. Session or sessionable. And
Sessionable.
some people just
They don't
absolutely
like that word.
hate
No.
that word. But it's a fact, It's they call this a session IPA usually because it's not as strong in ABV. It's a little lighter, but you still get the hop characteristics of an IPA. Some brewing companies do it well. Some just have not nailed this thing yet. But we're interested in trying Deschutes Session IPA, and it's called Hop Slice, and that's available in 6-packs.
Yeah. Christine likes your tie.
Thanks, Christine.
It's
wood.
wood. Figured he'd dress up for Mom today.
Hi, Mom. All right, so from a badass brewer in Southern California that's just pumping out IPAs, El Segundo has like several rocking on the shelves right now. The first one is Kapow! And we haven't tried that one yet, but maybe that's coming up real soon.
Yeah.
Citra Pale is also available. Hammerland Dippa is available. And, oh yeah, brother, the collaboration between Steve Austin, the wrestler, and El Segundo, Broken Skull. That's a good beer.
Yeah, we've had that one.
I hate these gimmicks, and this bringing in a wrestler to collaborate on a beer. But that beer is just badass.
Ryan says that Kapow is super yummy. Is that the one you're talking about, Ryan?
We're going to pick that up.
We got to pick that up.
Definitely. Knee Deep has a new batch, keyword of hoptologist available.
Their beers are always super yummy. I love Knee Deep.
They are. I think the problem for me with Knee Deep is the prices are on the upper scale, and that's no bueno, man. But speaking of the upper scale of breweries, in our opinions, one of our favorite breweries out of Temecula, California, Iron Fire, has on shelves right now.
Yes.
Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Pick up that triple IPA.
Is good.
That is
It's
the
so
definition
good.
of bomber. Shout out to Iron Fire, all love over there to Aubrey and Greg Webb.
So I'm going to talk about some dark beers on the shelves right now. We've got Avery Vanilla Bean Stout that is barrel aged. I think this guy might like that.
Avery does barrel aged beers and strong beers like what? Craziness.
Yeah,
so I'm
dude.
interested
Yeah,
in that.
The next one is Wix. They have a pecan brown called Bard Song that is one of my favorite beers of theirs. It's just so good. It's like a warm blanket. They just freshly bottled that. That's a new offering from them.
2 days ago it was bottled.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Wix over there. It's a Riverside brewing company.
Yep.
And we were just talking about Browns last week, how if you're going to make a brown, which are typically watery, then, for my likings, add something to that sucker.
Yes.
And I'd buy it.
Wix does it good.
What's up to Ricardo Navalli joining us,
Hey.
Christine Gooden over in Temecula,
Represent.
and Ryan Sendejas, who is in Riverside, but he's leaving soon.
Oh,
I think he's going up north to enjoy some more beer and get educated.
All right. So we also have Ballast Point, Calm Before the Storm. If you're into ciders, Angry Orchard, Naughty Pear is on the shelves. Sudwork Farmers Citrus Goes. That's a style that we're not too familiar with, but
I've had a goes.
Yeah.
I've had some goes before. People have called it a mix between salt and a sweaty sock, which I think in sweaty socks is salty already. So that's not a good definition of that beer.
It makes you not want to try it, but I think
I've never had one taste like that.
It's kind of in the weird realm of sours too.
Yeah.
So,
Also, if you want to get into one of those, Anderson Valley has like a blood orange one.
yes.
And Boulevard,
they have a sour called Telltale, and the last one we're going to talk about is something that we would love to see more of in California. Is Jester King from Austin, Texas.
My friend Eric Morales Snapchatted me a picture this week of a Jester King beer, and I'm like, whoa, where'd you get that, in a trade? And he's like, no, Gerard's and Redlands has Jester King, and I think it's the only one they have right now. But this is a beer that left the California shelves, at least Southern California, for a good couple of years, and we're ashamed to say that we weren't buying it when we saw it in La Bodega like a couple of years ago, a few years now. They had that. It was like the most awesome bottle. It's like this death metal or black metal label.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh, that's cool looking, but I'm not going to buy that. Until we went to Austin, Texas.
Oh, man.
And had all the Jester King beers and went to the beautiful brewing company, The Grounds.
Yeah, so if you like sours, pick that up. If you see it, pick
request
it up. Yes, request it.
Jester King, we would love to have you send more of your beers to Southern California. I'll buy all of them. Just please send them, and I know my friends will buy them as well.
All right. So
that's
I think
what's on shelves.
Yes, that's what's on shelves this week. But now it's time for the big reveal. We are doing Deep Roots. Let's see if you can see that. Deep Roots by Three Weavers. It's an ESB style, and we're going to get right to it, right?
Yes, I think we are going to get right to it.
Open this sucker.
Has anybody been to Three Weavers Brewing Company in Inglewood?
I love it.
Go visit the place. It's
Boxer's Revenge. Yeah, that is a good one, Ryan.
Yeah.
From
Jester King, yeah.
Yeah.
So go out there and check out Three Weavers. We're going to check them out right now. I called them earlier because they have some beers that are more readily available, like this one, Deep Roots. And I could not think of the other one. But I saw 3 of them on the shelves at Gerard's this week.
Oh, okay.
La Bodega only had this one. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
While she pours this beer, this ESB, let me tell you a little bit about ESBs. What it stands for is Extra Special Bitter. Sometimes Extra Special / Strong Bitter. This style of beer is more aggressive and balanced both in alcohol and hop character. But it's not supposed to be an overpowering beer. So I got that from Beer Advocate. So I'm not sure what they mean by more aggressive, except for maybe the malts are pretty aggressive, as this one has 3 different malts in it. The color of this beer should have copper tones and dark golds. What would you think about the color of this beer, Natalie?
Yeah, I would call that a dark gold.
Yeah.
Definitely. I guess it depends on the glass you have, too. In this pint glass, it's a little bit darker than it is in that glass because it's a little
now you can
not
see
as wide.
You can see the head in this beer is kind of minimal. And supposedly it's supposed to be low carbonated beer.
Yeah.
So when we taste this beer, Natalie, one thing you should look out for is the malts that you mentioned earlier,
okay.
the 3 of them.
All right.
They're supposed to be toasty and fruity. And remember, when it comes to ESBs, balance is everything with this style of beer. The word bitter is in the name of the beer, ESB, Extra Special Bitter. But it's not supposed to be bitter like a hoppy beer. So remember that. I don't know why. Well, I kind of do know why the word bitter is in there. So remember that as you taste this beer. So we're going to taste this beer right now. The Three Weavers Deep Roots.
Deep Roots. Cheers.
Cheers. Before we even tasted that, as you poured it, could you smell that beer? I could totally smell it. The bottle wasn't even near me, and I was already getting like, whoa, malt. I was getting malt smell.
I'm getting a little floral too. What's up, Amy?
Hey, Amy Warren, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We're talking about an ESB beer today, extra special bitter. Now, Amy, I was looking up what other type of ESBs you can find in your area, and supposedly Dark Lord, no, not Dark Lord, Dark Lord, is that the brewing company in Indiana? They make that beer. Three Floyds? Floyds. They have
Top mark.
They have an ESB that is one of the top rated ESBs according to Beer Advocate. So check that out for sure.
Yeah.
So this beer.
Yeah, it's good. And while we sip on it, I want to tell you a little bit about Three Weavers. It's owned by Lynn Weaver, and as I said before, she's a mother of three. She's of Japanese descent, and if you see this, if you can see their logo there, that's a basket weave knot that they kind of altered since her last name is Weaver. And
looks like this.
Yeah, she's a mother of three, and she started out as a home brewer and got really interested in the whole brewing process. She went to full grain to get more of an understanding of everything, and she loved it. So
you got to do that. You're not going to succeed too much if you're just doing extract.
Right.
We homebrew a little bit, and we need to get to that next level. If any of you brewers out there want to invite us over and let us use your equipment, that'd be awesome. Hey, real quick, shout out to two wonderful mothers that are joining us on Facebook Live right now.
Yeah.
First it was Christine.
Christine, my bestie from high school. I love you.
Christine works hard. She has how many kids? Six beautiful kids.
Yeah.
And Amy Warren has two youngsters. Shout out to Dexter and Bowie. And yes, she was named after David Bowie. Big music fans over there in Indiana represent. So this beer tastes pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's really based or vice versa. It has a connection to amber beers. In my opinion, the taste of these has always reminded me of an amber beer, which is something that I would not typically seek out. I'm just not a big amber guy. I think I drank a bunch of that as a younger man. But
this may I? This brewery also, their philosophy is umami beers. They really want the beers to be very balanced and to hit all the points of sweet. What are the other umami things? Sweet, bitter, savory. And this beer really does that, I think. I'm getting the sweetness from the malt, and I do get, it's not bitter like an IPA, but I do get that bitterness from it.
I do get it. I get that over in the back taste buds area. And it's got a lively punch right off the bat on the tongue. And, I like that about it. And as you mentioned, the color of copper and dark golds. I get that copper tone in the taste, not copper tone the sunscreen, but a coppery taste, which is always something that when I can get that out of a beer, I'm really impressed by that. I don't know exactly how that's done, but I think it's probably in the malts. So I have a trivia question as we chew on this malty beer.
Yes, trivia. You know you guys love that.
All right, in which country was the ESB style of beer created? Yugoslavia, England, or Belize? In which country was this was the extra special beer ESB style beer created? A, Yugoslavia, B, England, or C, Belize?
Oh, we got some answers from Ryan.
All right.
We've got England as an answer.
And Mark wants a beer. Doesn't matter what style.
And Ricardo, man, we just went to Relentless, and dude, I don't know if we had their ESB, but we're gonna now.
That brewery,
dude, that brewery
is
awesome.
As young and studly. My goodness.
Yeah. Okay, we've got B. Answer B for Ricardo. What one is that? England also?
Okay, while we get in a few of those answers there to the trivia question, in which country was the ESB style of beer created? Yugoslavia, England, or Belize? I'd like to go over a few ESB beers that may be available to you. Like I said, I understand that Three Floyds in Indiana makes a great ESB, a top rated by Beer Advocate. Now, Fuller's, which is a company that helped develop this beer, it's one of the originators, also has an ESB, Fuller's, Fullers, and Ska Brewing Company in Durango, Colorado. Apparently, they make a very good ESB. And Anderson Valley makes an ESB called Bunt. Now, that is one that I think is the most available. I've seen that one.
Yeah, I have seen
Fuller's
that
is
one
very
a lot.
available as well. Mm-hmm. Ska, you get a limited amount of Ska in Southern California. Maybe if you live in more of the Midwest, you might be able to find that beer a little easier. But definitely check out Anderson Valley's Bunt ESB. Let's have another sip of this and give away the answer to that question. Cheers again. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good beer. I think it would be great for Mother's Day.
Uh-huh.
It's not a strong beer. What are the percentage of this beer?
The percentage is 5.1.
Well, that's perfect. It falls right in line with the average percentage of an ESB style beer, which is from somewhere just above 4 to 7. So that's pretty good. They're right in the middle there. Yeah. Any idea of the BTUs on this beer?
Oh, no.
IBUs, I mean?
IBUs? No. I didn't see that information.
Okay, the answer to today's trivia question, or to this week's trivia question, in which country was the ESB style of beer created? We have a few answers up there.
Yep.
And Ricardo Valley giving up some stuff. It is B, England, where ESBs fall into a category known generically as bitters. And that's where the bitters comes from. Huh. ESBs have been brewed in the UK for centuries as an alternative to mild beers or hoppy beers. Well, they found somewhere nice in between. It's kind of like an amber style. Ricardo Valley says the thought ESB was for English style bitter.
Yeah.
There is some relevance to that. That would have ruined the trivia question. Extra special bitter. And also English style bitter, also extra special strong bitter. So ESB. So congratulations to everybody who guessed, or not only guessed, but knew B. And Ricardo Valley said he put his knowledge to the test and said, I know it as English style. And he said, it's got to be an English beer.
Yeah. So before we go into our rating, I want to talk a little bit about the brewer for Three Weavers because she is pretty amazing. Her name is Alexandra Noel, and she started out in as an intern for Sierra Nevada. She got like a highly coveted internship that was paid, and yeah, man, that's how she started out.
Sick.
Yeah, man, and so after that, she went to Moylan's. And I think, have you heard of their beers before?
Oh, yeah.
They're like the Irish style labels.
Yeah, they make the Hopsicle IPA, which is pretty sick beer.
So she was there and did a bunch of brewery production work. It's kind of like the grunt work. And then, oh man, yeah, she totally is living the dream. And then she went to Drake's in 2010.
Oh, Drake's is awesome. Aroma Coma.
Yeah, gosh, man. Drake's has great beers and great labeling, but she increased their production by over 100% in the 3 years that she was there.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dope. That's a busy brewer.
Yeah, and she started Drake's Barrel program also, which is still in existence today. Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So she ended up talking to Lynn Weaver. Lynn Weaver is the owner of Three Weavers, and they talked, and Lynn asked her to come and brew for her. And she just does amazing things. And I have to mention that they do collaborations also, and it's one of my favorites. they first did it with Noble Ale Works, and it's called the Messenger. And this is that bottle right there. This is, I think, probably their third go around with this. I think the first one was in 2014.
Yeah, we didn't get that one.
Well, they that was the one that they did with Buddha's Hand Citrus.
Oh, so we did get that one.
Yeah, we did get that one, and it was so amazing. Noble Ale Works they're in Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
They make great beers also. So the collaboration is totally natural collaboration, and I can't buy enough of that beer. I love it. I love it, and it's different every time, but it's good.
Differently good, that's for sure. Anything else about her?
What
about their other beers that are available?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about readily available beers are the Stateside Session IPA. They have a Seafarer Kolsch, which is a German light style beer. Expatriate IPA. And they just did a Blood Junkie Imperial Red, and that was a collaboration with Prosthetic Records. Yeah. And Prosthetic Records has Marty Friedman on that label and he's most famous for being in Megadeth. I mean, hello. And also Skeleton Witch, which is another badass metal band, and Ex Mortis. Okay, bye, Amy. Happy Mother's Day. We love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Amy.
Take care of those kids like you do. Do a great job.
Yeah, so very metal of Three Weavers to collaborate with a heavy metal record label.
I didn't know that. It seems like they've got some interest in there.
Produce a beer called Blood Junkie.
Blood Junkie.
That is sick.
That sounds metal.
Yeah. You know, the theme today was Mother's Day and women. And do you know that Mother's Day is often used as a day for political women rights type of deal, to do a walk to the courts, or something. What am I getting at here? Political activist type of situations. That's something that Mother's Day has been known to be used for. So Mother's Day was created U.S.-wise by a woman named Anna Jarvis in 1908, and it became an official holiday in 1914. The funny thing is that Anna Jarvis would later denounce the holiday's commercialization and spent the latter half of her life trying to remove it from the calendar. After all that work she did to try to get it recognized as an official holiday. She did that, but then the card business started commercializing it. Yeah. The flower companies started advertising. They started using the word Mother's Day and just to make money and sell product. Obviously, It's what we do. We're Americans. But Anna Jarvis conceived Mother's Day after the death of her mother in 1905. She wanted to honor the sacrifices mothers made for their children. And whether you appreciate it or not, your mothers make humongous sacrifices all the time.
They work so hard. And it's really about honoring them and, giving them a break for a day.
God,
dang it.
Walk to school for once. You're so lazy. Walk to school. I'm sick of you know what? I'm not going to rant. So one reason she fought to make it a national holiday in the U.S. was because she felt that American holidays were biased toward men. It makes sense. Her version of the holiday involved wearing a white carnation as a badge and visiting your mother or attending church services. So she didn't like all the money that businesses were making off of her holiday. She unfortunately did not succeed. Well, I don't know if it's unfortunate. But she did not succeed in getting the holiday removed from the calendar. Because,
I think that's pretty impossible now, especially now.
So, do what you do on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And Jarvis, thanks for making that happen back in the early 1900s. We appreciate it. Mothers appreciate it. But don't go out and buy her a laptop, because Ann Jarvis would not appreciate that.
No. Buy her a beer instead.
Buy her a beer. More importantly, sit with her and drink a beer with her.
Yeah.
So anyways.
So let's we should rate this beer.
I think we should rate this beer before we say goodbye.
All right.
Let's get another final drink here.
Really? floral and bitter on the nose. I think that would be accurate with what, all of the other reviews have said.
And all the descriptions, you checked Untapped and saw what other people said?
Yeah. They did comment on the lack of carbonation. So, I mean, if that's part of the style, then
it's right on point then.
On point, yeah. I mean, I'm not getting a lack of carbonation here, though.
I'm not either. It's not bubbling in my mouth like champagne, but...
Yeah, but...
Should it?
That also makes it really easy to drink, too. At 5.1%, the flavor's great. Yes, makeup and beer. That's right.
That's what mothers like.
Yeah, makeup and beer. I love it.
So, Natalie... I've almost finished my half of the beer.
Well, in all fairness, he didn't get as much as I did.
Mother duck.
Oh, I'm a mommy of cats. Does that count?
She's a meowther.
A meowther.
Our cats are quiet today. I'm going to rate this beer now.
Do it.
And I'm gonna take into account the price of this beer. We'll never get that, but it says right there.
It's
$5.99 for this 22-ounce beer. Nope, not gonna happen, babe.
Not gonna happen.
There we go. $6. $6 for this.
What's up, Adrian?
This bomber. And you know what? Their other beers are right around the same price. You can go in there, and that's always an attraction to me.
Yeah.
And this beer is well worth the $6.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because of the price. Because of the way that this beer hits all the notes that it's supposed to hit, as described by Beer Advocate and other websites, the maltiness, the balancedness of this beer. Balance is the huge thing with this beer. And I think they nailed all of that.
Yeah.
And oftentimes people will be rating beers on Untapped or wherever as, is it as good as my favorite double IPA? Well, I don't do it that way.
No, that's not this style.
I rate the beer as the style that it should be. And this beer with all the fruity notes, the copper tones, and the beautiful malt, balanced and weaved just tremendously. Wow, this is the highest rating I've given a beer. And because of this style, I give this beer a 4.5. 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 barrels.
Out of 5 barrels. You know, right before you said that, I locked in the number in my head too, and I was going to give it a 4.5 as well, out of 5 barrels.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really, really good. And it's just so easily drinkable. Because I'm on camera, I'm not guzzling this, but I want to.
No, I'll guzzle it.
Nah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us today. And if you have local beers that are in your area that are on the shelves, make sure to put them in the comments. So, we can keep our eyes out for them too. You know, maybe they'll make it to the West Coast. Maybe some of our beers will make it to the East Coast, So.
Well, you guys have been a bunch of great swellcoholics, and we love you for joining us on the Friday Brew Review. We're trying to do it every Friday right around noonish, and this is our third one.
Yep.
We're
Episode 3, Mother's Day.
Episode 3, yeah, we'll do a little theme. I dressed up for Mother's Day, and you should too. So, for Angel Orozco, the Barrel-Aged Vegetarian,
and Natalie from The Devil Wears Parsley, we're signing off.
And have a happy Mother's Day.